It's 1/3 cup of my well-fed sourdough. Look at that. Ooh-wee. I think it's about time I transfer jars. I do that every couple of days. This one's getting old. Just make sure all my flour gets mixed up. Scrape my sides. Unfold them, put the lid loosely back on it, and that's ready to go. Back to this, I put 1/3 of my starter in there. About just under 2 cups, oh sorry, yeah, just under 2 cups of water. I'm gonna stir that all around. 1, 3, 4. Let's start with 4 cups. And I try not to just really over stir it here. Just kind of get in here and mix it up. In the meantime, it's just about 6 o'clock. I'm gonna get my kiddos up. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. I got my hands wet, and now all I'm gonna do is take this dough, and I'm going to take it and I'm gonna stretch it. Not till, I don't want it to break, and I'm gonna pull it over. I'm gonna do it from this side. Stretch it. Pull it over. On this side. Stretch it. And pull it over. Sticky. And then one last time. Stretch it. And pull it over. cover that with Saran Wrap. Or towel. I'm going to put it in a warm place over here by my stove. And I'm going to do this 2 more times every 30 minutes. So I have 2 more 30-minute times. So that'll take me, I had to let it sit for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to stretch and pull it every 30 minutes times 3 times. So it takes me 2 hours to do this process. Okay, I am on my last stretch of my sourdough. So this would be my 3rd stretch. So I started this about 5:45 this morning, and it is now about 7:30 in the morning. So this is my last stretch. And the more you do it, the more elastic, you know, like pulling it over. So that's my last stretch. So I'll cover this back up for 30 minutes, and then I'll show you what I do. Okay, so now it is 8:20. I've been working at this since 5:45. I have made my bread. I have stretched and pulled under, tucked under, stretched and tucked under the 4 sides. I did that 3 times and waiting 30 minutes in between. So now that it's in my bowl here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the Saran Wrap back on it, or you can use a wet tea towel or whatever, and put it in a warm spot. So I'm gonna put this over here under my light in under my stove, or on top of my stove, and I'm gonna leave that there while I go to work. So it's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, and this has worked for me. Now I guess it would depend on your temperature of your house and all that, because you don't want it to over ferment. You don't want to ferment. Am I saying the right word? It sounds funny, but anyways, ferment. Maybe that is. But basically what you want to do is double in size. And I've had some that really doubled in size, and it did make my bread a little airy, I guess, with big holes in it. But it's 8:21 now. So you let that rise for 6 to 8 hours, right? So I'll be back home in time for that to rise, and I will show you what the next step is for that. Now I'm going to wash my hands, and I have a couple more hours before I have to go see my first patient. It just lucked out today. I don't know if it's lucked out. Some of my patients won't let me come till the afternoon or later. They don't like me to come early in the morning, so it I'm at their mercy sometimes. So when I do that, especially when I'm going into the weekend, because it's Friday and I want to get a lot of things done this weekend, so it actually worked out good, so then I can get everything done this morning that I would normally maybe do on like a Saturday. Get my house, get my floors done, do all that I can do today, because we do have somewhere we've got to go this evening for dinner. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I can start early because I have lots of things that I want to get done. I need to up-pot my tomato plants. I need to plant some more seeds in my greenhouse, and I got to have a plan on what I'm doing there. And so I'm sure there's other things. I just can't think of them right now because I'm trying to hurry this morning. But that's it. So this morning, basically, I have got up, got my sourdough going. I finished up my paperwork I am a home health nurse. So I finished up my paperwork. We had a morning meeting at 8 o'clock. I finished with that. I got in the shower. I got ready. So now I'm gonna get the rest of things going for this morning and go feed my chickens, collect my eggs, and I'll be back here this afternoon later on, which for you will be just in a few seconds, and show you how my bread's doing. I forgot. I was gonna do this, show you guys what I did. Yesterday, I made a rotisserie chicken in the slow cooker. And so then when I do that, I have all that broth left from the chicken, and I throw the excess bones in there, and I put it in the slow cooker, and I cook it for several hours, overnight usually. And now I'm gonna strain that off. I'll show you. I let it cool for a while this morning. I'm gonna strain all that off of there. Ooh, mason jar and a half maybe. So here is some chicken broth, homemade. I gotta eat too. So this morning I made me some farm fresh egg, a fried farm fresh egg with some bacon and some sourdough bread and some spinach and some feta cheese. Okay, I'm back home, and look how much this has raised. It's probably raised too much because I worked later than I intended to, but we're gonna get this worked out anyway here. Okay, let's just throw a little bit of flour on this board here. Out. Okay, and now all I'm gonna do is put it in a little bowl, or a ball, I'm sorry. Basically, I'm just gonna pull it, keep making it tighter. Just like that. So it'll look like that. Now I'm gonna put it in a plastic Walmart bag, tied on the top, and stick it in the refrigerator for 12 to 15 hours, so it'll be ready in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning. My oven with my cast iron Dutch oven preheating. I'm fixing to take my loaf out. Like, it totally is huge. Like I said, I might have really screwed this up. But anyways, we're gonna hopefully say that it's gonna do okay. All right, make my design. So alright, I've set the bread in my cast iron. I'm going to put the lid on it, stick it in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, I just took the bread out after 25 minutes and removed my lid, and I bumped my temperature down to 475, and I'm gonna cook it now for another 15 minutes. Okay, I just pulled the bread. I did sprinkle some everything bagel seasoning on top of it just to try something new, but we'll let that cool and then we'll cut it open and see what it looks like. Okay, so my bread isn't really as cool as I would like it to be, but I want to get this video finished. So I seen this good hack that if you keep your sourdough on like a cutting board, because you're cutting it all the time, and then you kind of, anyways, I saw a hack where you put them on the cutting board and then you take like a glass bowl and then you can cover it, but I don't have a glass bowl big enough to cover my big sourdough. Maybe after I cut it I will. Okay, well, let's cut it and see what it looks like. And it's still a little little gummy because it's still a little warm, but oh, it looks so good. Let's try it. It's yummy. I got the bowl fit on it now. No. If it's in the morning and you got stuff to do, you, like clean your house or whatever, or like I did before work, I got up early, depending on your schedule. I realize that. But if you can stretch and fold it within the 2 hours and then cover it up and then go do what you got to do, you can reverse that. You know, you could do that when you got home, do the 2 hours while you're cooking supper or whatever, do the stretch and folds, and then let it rise, and then right before you go to bed, you could put it in the refrigerator, and then you could bake it in the morning. So, I mean, you could make the schedule adjust to whatever you needed to do for you. But it is a game changer here at our house. Like, we don't ever buy bread. The discard, like this morning we made pancakes, and they were wonderful. I've been freezing the excess that we have, and then they can just be warmed up then whenever you want to eat them. I'm gonna make some cookies, some sourdough chocolate chip cookies. I seen a recipe for it's like a blueberry sourdough thing. I would love to try. I have blueberries, so I'm gonna try that when I get my fresh blueberries. I mean, it's endless really on all the possibilities that you can, and it's so much better for you. So I urge you to try it. And like going through the process, like I thought, you know, with everything that my bread was too sticky or it was too airy, you can't really mess it up, really, honestly. If I can do it, I say this wholeheartedly, if I can do it, y'all, you can do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned because my next video is going to be all about chicken incubators. That is my next project. I have it actually preheating right now, and I'm fixing to put my eggs in there and get some eggs incubating. And then also I am going to do a video on my greenhouse and planting some seeds in there. I hope you guys have a wonderful and great, awesome day. Plant something, bake some bread, start some sourdough starter.